Welcome to the Fan Speak Network. I am your host, Justin Bruni. Joining me tonight is Sebastian Fearon. Andrew has a night off. We bid him adieu. Look forward to seeing him back next week. But we've got a great substitute tonight in Sebastian, who is our injury doc, gives us all the insider edge on all things NFL player injuries. Sebastian, how are we doing? How are we feeling, sir?
Well, I got some big shoes to fill here tonight, so I'm gonna do my best. But no, it's always great to get into the best ball streets with you guys, talk some fantasy, and excited. We were talking a little offline, but football this week, real pads, real NFL logos, real things happening.
betting totals, betting props. We got football Thursday night. We got the Hall of Fame game, so that should be fun, but also miserable. We'll scratch the itch, but at the same time, by the third quarter, we're falling asleep. We're firing up a draft. We're getting back into the game, and football's here. We're 6 Sundays away from the start of the NFL season, so very excited. What is some of the recent injury news that kind of been buzzing for you or really caught your ear? I know today we saw like an injury to an offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys. I know like Terry McLaurin's kind of like he's on the pup, but he's been talking about he wants a new contract. Is that really real? Is there anything there? Devonta Smith also didn't really seem like that was that serious. What's really pulling your ear the past 24 to 48 hours here?
Yeah, let's talk Guyton, left tackle for the Cowboys there, because that would have been a big one. It still is, the notable because it's your left tackle and it's an offensive line. They already lost some depth today. Backup guard Robert Jones has a neck fracture, so that's not good. So you're losing some depth, and then you might think you lose your left tackle there in Guyton, who's been playing pretty well. Feared to have an ACL, which is pretty concerning because ACL testing on the field is actually very accurate, almost 95% and up. But we got lucky, as in the Cowboys did. Only a knee fracture, so out 4 to 6 weeks, which still isn't great. But when you're talking about 10 to 12 months compared to 4 to 6 weeks, you'll obviously take that. No surgery required. They're going to let it heal on its own. He's got a shot to be ready for week 1. Obviously, they kick us off against the Eagles. So, fantasy relevance, usually offensive lineman, maybe not so much, but it's the left tackle coming for the Cowboys team where Jack's coming off injury. They really don't have a viable replacement on the roster. So, one to monitor, but thankfully for Cowboys fans and anyone who has shares of CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens and Ferguson, looks like it's better than expected.
Not the run game. Not the run game. Super impressive Dallas Cowboys run game, right?
No. I mean, look, I forget they have one sometimes, but I am in on
even hand off the turban in training camp.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for any of them, but it's exciting, I guess. Yeah, former spring football legend Devonta Turpin.
I do have some Jaden Blue, so I would hope some any O-line regression would boost his way. Not an offense that you're really looking to run the ball a ton this year. What about Rashawn Slater in an offense that does look like it's going to, tote the rock again a ton for the Chargers offense this year? What's going on with him right now?
Yeah, no, his is pretty minor actually. So he just got paid, so he's like, I can take a couple of days off. But he, it's a blister basically. He had a blister that he was trying to work through, and he was like, this kind of hurts, so he's taking the day off. So it doesn't sound like anything. Him and actually Alec Pierce for the Colts both sat out today with foot blisters. So
interesting.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get. One of the more interesting ones that came back today though was Luther Burton. His first practice since minicamp with that hamstring. That's big. Now, great news with hamstring strains. You typically, those first 2 weeks when they come back, that's when you want to be watching them like a hawk because those are the highest chances for re-injury rate. You would expect it's now been a decent amount of time. I mean, it's almost been over a month. So he should be good to go. It's when in season, these hamstring strains really, really suck. They're the most burdensome injury in the NFL. So, great news for Burton because a lot of fans have been waiting to see him, how he's going to look, where that Keenan Allen role is going to take over, how that trio is going to be. So if he can stay healthy, obviously that's a great sign for a lot of Bears fans out there.
No, absolutely. And it was tough, making that early draft stock in him and not really getting him until now. No OTAs, no mini camp. Colson Loveland looked pretty good. I mean, he's coming back from a shoulder injury, but I saw him in his first time on the field. He also looked pretty good. How are you reacting to the Joe Mixon. Not really a lot of information I've seen out there. They're
Yeah,
calling
that one's
frustrating foot injury. I
right.
haven't seen that one in the textbooks before.
Yeah, and it's kind of been a very interesting one, and you kind of gotta. This is where words matter a lot,
Mhm,
and it depends on where you're getting your information from. Or I think it was Rappaport said foot, but
mhm.
when you looked at, I forget
Ankle?
his name, but more of a Texans insider, they
Mhm.
said it was more of a re-injury to the foot ankle,
Okay.
because essentially last season high ankle sprain. He went off to that great start, hip drop tackle, classic hip drop tackle, of course, no flag,
Mhm.
but
Of course.
injured, struggled, even though he kind of played through it, and then he re-injured it again, even though they didn't really disclose that. And then this seems to be potentially a third re-injury to the same foot and ankle there. The
Mhm.
high ankle sprain, it's not the typical ankle sprain you think of when you roll your ankle. It's these kind of what they call syndesmoses, these ligaments in between your lower leg bones. That is very hard to injure because it takes a lot of damage, which tells you, the recovery is not as simple. So this is a situation where I'm starting to get pretty damn concerned about Joe Mixon. I mean, he's obviously had all this time in the offseason to kind of get it right. And as he was trying to ramp up,
Mhm.
something happened. Again, a little bit of kind of mystery, but based on what I've been able to kind of glean, it seems like either there's some new foot injury they're not telling us about that is significant enough to kind of delay things, or
Mhm.
I think worst case is a third re-injury of the high ankle, which again, those can take a long time. So I am at the point where typically a lot of these, I'm like, look, we still got 6-5 weeks, guys. There's
Mhm.
no reason to panic. With Mixon, I mean, he's essentially had all off season, and now we're kind of getting to the point where we're trying to get him to ramp up, and it's not ready. Yeah, I'm starting to raise at least some yellow flags, if not red.
Would you say he's like a no touch until something happens?
I
I
mean,
feel like it's gonna be a no news situation, like,
right,
until, like, they maybe sign someone where they're like, "Oh, you know what? We need a body." I
right,
think that would be, like, kinda like the next threshold for me to really, like, really hit the panic button or not buy a
right,
fall,
right,
because from the sound of it, it didn't seem serious, and then, like
exactly,
you're saying, words matter. I feel like actions, like, if they were to take action and grab somebody, I feel like that would be the scariest thing, or, like, the tipping point on the scenario. Uh
exactly.
Two more that I want to ask you about from this offseason: Brandon Aiyuk and Stefon Diggs, both coming back from similar injuries. And it seems like Diggs is ahead on his timeline. How are
Right.
you navigating both of those scenarios, and what updates can you give us on those guys?
Yeah, no, probably my two favorite injuries to talk about. And I say
Okay.
favorite because I'm a nerd, not because I'm some sinister person
Mhm.
that likes injuries, right? It's just what
It's,
I
it's
do.
all about the tendons.
Right. So,
Right.
but no, so we'll start with Ayuk. So Ayuk, a little bit more pessimism, and here's why. Despite both of them getting injured around the same time, and yes, both of them tearing their ACL, not all injuries are made the same. It looks
Mhm.
like Ayuk had both an ACL and an MCL tear. So anytime you have multiple ligaments damaged, the more structures, the more it's going to be difficult to come back from. This was kind of like quietly disclosed by him based on talking about like where he was at in his rehab and not able to walk like 10 weeks in when there was all these trade talks and stuff where he was like, I was still basically on Percocets and not able to walk. So I don't know how anyone would have traded for me. But yeah, obviously he's not out there. He's still on the pup. And on the other side, Stefon Diggs, he is out there and he avoided the pup. So both of them have about 10 months to recover from point of injury to NFL week 1 is typically where I have my timelines. Both of them around the 10-month mark, but Stefon Diggs was a clean ACL tear, just meaning it was just his ACL. And the fact that he was able to avoid the pup speaks volumes to kind of where he's at in his rehab, like you kind of
Mhm.
spoke about. I'm a bit optimistic on Stefon Diggs, cautiously. Obviously, in this best ball format, we can take a little bit more stabs because we don't need to worry about when we roster him. Kind of after the 4 to 6 week mark, I'm expecting to see a much more what we're used to seeing in Stefon Diggs. And I think he's just going to be, from a target volume, so needed in that
Mhm.
offense that I kind of have some optimism both on the situation, the type of injury, and just the rehab process of where he's at. Whereas Ayuk, I'm not expecting much really for the first half of the season. They've got some other guys there, at least in CMC and George Kittle. We'll
Mhm.
see what Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall look like, but
Mhm.
they can at least have some other options where that ball may go. So I'm actually pretty out on Brandon Aiyuk, and I'm cautiously optimistic on Stefon Diggs.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And then before we jump into the draft here, your biggest buy and your biggest fade based on injury, whether it be returning to injury, current injury.
Right.
What player are you buying most based off of an injury narrative this offseason?
Yeah. So the buy I'll give you right now is kind of based off negative news. So
Mhm.
Emeka Ibuka
Okay.
is somebody I can't get enough of because
Mhm.
of the Chris Godwin situation.
Okay.
And
So dig into that a little bit, like the Chris Godwin situation, because all
right.
summer long, the only thing I can just keep saying was foot goes one way, it's not supposed to go the opposite way. I
Correct.
I feel like seeing him on the football field weeks 1 through 5 is a miracle. Like
Yeah.
honestly, no dissimilar to Alex Smith. Not trying to take anything away from him. That dude had a psycho rehab, but
Right.
it just seems like impossible.
Now, yeah. So, and you talked about it, right? So we're talking about an ankle dislocation. So ankle fracture just implies it's
Such a
broken somewhere. When it's
kind way to put it.
dislocated, it's not where it's supposed to be, as we all saw, right? And that kind of adds in a lot more elements of what other structures around can be affected. It just
Mhm.
kind of opens up Pandora's box about how this is going to look. And it's kind of like Humpty Dumpty. Sometimes when you put it back together, all the things don't fall right back into place where they need to. Where a
Mhm.
lot of these other surgeries where it's a lot more cut and dry, this is one of those where, hey, he might come back and, look similar and look good, or he might never be the same player again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not quite the same caliber as Alex Smith. Obviously, that was just,
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was, terrible, and just different fracture lines and so many different surgeries and stuff. We
Mhm.
would have heard if it was anything of that, yeah, severity. But Chris Godwin, like again, that dislocation aspect of the injury, it
Mhm.
just adds a level of variability that is tough to touch. Obviously, he's not ready to come back right now. It's been very hush hush with Tampa Bay, and really even kind of without Godwin situation, I like him, Ibuka coming out of the draft in this prospect. I think he's going to be on the field, but
Mhm.
especially with the Godwin thing going on and all the uncertainty there, it's kind of a fate of Godwin, and then
Yeah.
allowing me to
Yeah.
really just kind of turn right into Mecca Ibuka is really it, because the other ones honestly were Ayuk to fade and
Mhm.
Diggs to kind of get at his value.
Okay.
Those
So
were
so
kind of
so Diggs would
big
be
ones.
a buy for you as well based on the value?
Where he's going. Yeah,
Yeah.
where he's
Okay.
going. Again, I'm going a little bit off just ADPs and things like that.
Mhm.
I haven't done really. This is gonna be the first best ball streets officially, at least
Mhm.
the big one. So, but yeah, where he's going typically, Diggs is a button I'm clicking way before I click Ayuk.
And then any just massive fade, like just you can't click them. You can't let a friend click them. You can't let your family click them.
Yeah. Um, this is a little bit of a weird one, but I'm very out on Dalton Kincaid. I just
Okay.
think I think it's
Hurt
he's
today.
dealing.
Hurt today.
Uh, yeah, well, today the knee stuff where he already was dealing with PCL injury. Now he's
Mhm.
talking about knee soreness. I just think he had so much opportunity last year, and he could barely beat out Dawson Knox.
Mhm.
I see him as essentially the fourth or fifth option in that offense, behind potentially James Cook out of the backfield. It's an offense that again was open, but I can't do it this year. So Kincaid for me is pretty low, and then yeah, Mixon. We just talked about him. Bryce Young. I don't know if that even really counts because I don't know how high he's really going, but I will not be taking any Bryce Young.
Not taking any Bryce Young.
No. And it's a little bit because of I can't back a guy who got benched by Andy Dalton.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I think the benching did Bryce Young wonders. He came back a different man. Gave him perspective, you know?
Yeah, I,
Yeah.
I, I mean, you could say that. It's funny. That's definitely one that people. There's a lot of Bryce Young defenders out there.
Yeah,
I took his under on the season, and I actually had a
nice.
lot of people chirping back on me. So we'll see. That's probably one of the hotter takes, I guess. But my
Mhm.
kind of thing is, even when he has games that he wins, he
Mhm.
still only throws for about 175 yards a game. The rushing aspect a little bit more in the best ball streets than when I'm typically talking bets, that can
Mhm.
be a little bit of a differentiator there, but I don't believe in it, man. I'm just he showed me 2 years of not being a good quarterback, and we can talk about he did kind of finish a little bit stronger, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna believe him with what he shows me. So I'm out on Bryce Young.
Fair enough. Cheap stacks. Very, very cheap stacks. So
And so I'm like, I don't know if that really counts because I'm not also like killing someone for taking Bryce Young super, super late, you know?
hard to really screw up back there when it comes to like a starting quarterback, unless you're, taking your second QB as Tyler Shuck, and then now you're in trouble. So it's really not that hard to at least have two okay quarterbacks,
Right.
based off of the ADP right now. Let's go ahead and dial in. Let's go ahead and get the Best Ball Mania 6 draft pulled up here. I got it on deck. Chat, let's go ahead and smash the like button, share the video, follow the Fan Speak Network, marching on to 1,000 subs. Well on our way. I believe we're about to cross the 750 threshold. So appreciate anybody helping out tonight, doing their part there. Sebastian, I'm going to stick my head in 3, 2, 1, and I will give you the green. Do not go. Do not go.
Okay.
Red light, red light, red light, red light, red light, red light. It's all right. It would not let me leave that one, but that's okay because we have another one. Let's go ahead and jump in now.
Okay.
So I'll be double fisting tonight. That's always fun.
Well, that makes life interesting. All right,
yeah,
I am in.
No, that would have been a tough one. That would have been a tough one. Yep, 9 more to start. So I'll get this pulled up here on the board, and then that way I can draft one from my phone and one from the screen.
Well, spice of life. You were talking about it.
It's that time of the year. It's that time of the year for sure.
Gotta start getting the bullets in there, man.
Yep, exactly. They had this nice little fun promo this weekend. I think it was like Friday to Sunday. Every 2 that you draft, you get $10 free, and
there you go.
I got $30, so that was cool.
Cash back. Oh yeah,
cash
grabbing deals and everything. Oh, it feels good to be back in the streets, though. Jeez.
No, it does. It does.
This is
always a good day to draft.
The season really turns on here. Oh, wow. Okay.
And we start to get nice ADP shakeups as well. Why does this not add to this?
Oh, McCaffrey's pretty high. Okay.
Oh, McCaffrey is high. That was definitely another one I wanted to ask you about. And Jefferson too. I mean, it doesn't sound like it's too serious.
Oh yeah, let's talk Jefferson first, definitely, because this is one that I've been asked a lot. And there's some, dare I call it, fear mongering in the small fantasy doc space. Look, it's a mild hamstring injury. We're 6 weeks out from the season, and it's opposite the leg in 2023 where he had those issues with his hamstring. All of that is good news. They had the MRI on it. Like, if you're fading Justin Jefferson for the sole reason of the injury, you are wrong. You are going to regret that. That is not, if this was in the season, if this was a week from the season, we can have different conversations. But 6 weeks, if the rehab team can't get him ready in 6 weeks off a mild, hamstring injury, they shouldn't be employed. So that is not one where it's causing me a ton of pause. So, I think if people are fading Justin Jefferson, like if he gets outside of the top, definitely the top 5, I think that's a mistake. So that's how I feel about Jefferson. With TMC, it's a little bit of crapshoot because you got on one hand, hey, look, CMC's got the least amount of touches he's had in a long time. And on the other side of it, it's, he just came off a year where his body did not hold up very well with the dual Achilles tendonitis. So, what are you going to buy into? I'm not someone who's going to be clicking him much where he's going right now, but I also am not directly fading him.
At one point, he was going round 2. So he moved up in the big board, he was going round 3. So it's been nothing but a natural progression up the board in terms of ADP. You are on the clock here.
I am, and I'm going to take a guy that I can't get enough of right now.
Got to do it. This other draft, I started with Malik Neighbors and Derrick Henry. I know you like that.
I do like Neighbors. I did not go with him here, but I actually think Puka Nacua is set to have a very nice season.
Yep.
That is, he's right now, he's very, very high on my list, but Neighbors, I mean, hey, he looks good, and he's gonna get about 300 targets, so it's hard to go wrong there.
I just got Gibbs at 8. That's
That
definitely
is
new for me. Definitely new
because
for me.
he was gonna be the other one I was potentially gonna click if I didn't have a Puka love affair going on right now. So
No, all good, all good. You have that love affair. I appreciate it. I appreciate it because Puka goes right there at 8, so I'm good, and I have plenty of Puka. I was looking at Neighbors Puka in this other draft I'm doing right now, and I took Neighbors just because I've taken a lot more Puka. So
all right. Wait, Allen went 12.
Josh Allen went 12. All right, let's go. We're here. We're here.
I mean,
yeah, we're here. We're
is
here.
this what's happening in these streets?
Yep. Well, not consistently. I'll tell you that much.
But it always Allen and Kamara.
It is always fun when you get a mouse in the house. I will say that. I will say that.
It's just add some spice. That's for damn
yeah.
sure.
I'm gonna take Achane at 12 too. That's fine. I mean,
yeah,
I've been able to build some really good teams starting off running back.
Right.
I've definitely leaned into it more so to start best ball summer, and I've kind of actually been winding down with more wide receiver heavy starts. I'm starting to see a little bit more of a fall in the running backs, which I like. But again, a nice fall for Gibbs, a nice fall for Achane.
I like both those guys this year. So especially where you're getting them, I think that's too easy. I went with Taylor there.
Yep,
I really think that he's a chance to, I'm on him to lead the league in rushing at 10-1. The touchdowns, depending on what that offense is going to look like, that's going to be a very funny team to me.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I think you can rely on is Jonathan Taylor. The pass catchers, a little bit of a different story because we don't know what's coming out of that backfield. But Jonathan Taylor, I think is as long as he stays healthy, I think he's going to have a monster year.
No, I'm feeling very, very, very good about him this year. What do you think about Dan Jones in that offense?
Yeah. I mean, look, I can't trust neither Anthony Richardson nor Dan Jones to stay healthy or to hold on to the ball. I think Dan Jones has been kind of tainted to become very gun shy due to all the turnovers and the mockery and
on the clock.
I will gladly take T. Higgins.
Yeah, we're gonna get some falls in this draft. We're gonna get some nice falls here.
My goodness, T. Higgins. Oh, I could have. Yeah. What do you? Yeah. But yeah, no. I the quarterback. My thing is, if you have two quarterbacks, you have none. So that's really hard for me to trust. There's a guy we might talk about later. Ooh, Wilson. That's nice. I like that. Geez, you got him at 32 too. That is nice. Alec Pierce would probably be the one dart throw I would take out of those wide receivers. If anybody. I mean, he did lead the team in receiving last year, which is absurd to me. And he had like 7 touchdowns. So
those help. Any Amari and Hampton just went. Any update on Najee Harris, the superficial eye injury?
Yeah. I tweeted this out today because there's something based on the GM said that was like, he's getting better every day and he's healing and like the way.
What does that mean?
Because he wasn't. Oh wow, Aiyuk going. Oh my goodness,
let's go. No, this is our draft. This guy at the end in the 12 spot,
dude. He
went Shakir. He went Shakir 36.
He went Josh Allen, Kamara, Shakir, and Brandon Aiyuk.
Woo! Let's go.
Is this draft gonna count?
I hope so. Goodness. I hope so. Those are fine players. Those are
it's
not last round picks.
It's not egregious yet, but my goodness, what do we do? I guess he's in on Buffalo. I don't know. But
oh lordy.
Sorry, what were we talking about before
Najee Harris, the superficial eye injury.
Every day that passes, I get more and more convinced that Najee Harris doesn't have 2 functional eyeballs right now.
Oh no.
I don't know. I mean, look, I don't actually know. I mean, there's really no way to tell, but I think that all of this could be dispelled very easily by just like having him come
show us your eyes, man.
Right. Like, I think the fact that there's all this like, tomfoolery and everything going on is just kind of crazy to me. So
we have a regular on the network, Candyman, Fantasy Football Garage, and he's always rocking the shades. He looks like he's like straight out of like Risky Business. Big celebrity when it comes to the bye week math at Best Ball Jeopardy as well. But always rocking the glasses. And last week his opponent challenged him. Do you even have eyeballs? Do you even have eyes? We've never seen them. And right now, the same argument is live
Yeah.
for Najee Harris. I mean, it's there.
I mean, literally the one photo we got of the one photo op was him like covered up,
Yeah.
huge sunglasses, like 3 times too big. Like
Someone
you're just
photoshopped a service dog at his feet.
yeah. So we're either like he's playing it up for the bit at this point,
Yeah.
or like his eyes really fucked up.
No,
So
I desperately want him to just like rip off the glasses and he's got like a big old eye patch and he just like
right,
runs down the
right.
field. Oh, it'd be
Oh man. Yeah. I would say for most guys playing with one eye would be tough.
yeah.
Especially for Najee Harris and the vision he's shown so far in his career at times. So man, I hope that he's okay.
Same here. I like the offense a lot for really anyone that's a running back. So hoping that he gets out there because I definitely have a lot of Najee. I mean, just firework safety. I mean, come on, guys.
I really don't want to do this, but I think I'm gonna have to take Jalen Hurts. This is too far.
How many spots was it?
What he's ADP's 44. I'm 53. I think they're gonna push the shit out of the ball this year.
Yep.
Like I just think they're gonna make a point. I took his over on the rushing touchdowns and it's under on the passing, but
okay.
I think that like when they get in the goal line, they're just gonna make a point to just hammer the shit. Like Sirianni, if there's one coach to be like that douchebag and like do that, it's Nick Sirianni. And
he is kind of a tool in that sense, like right, like he is just like an animal when it comes to being I don't know, cordial. I think
right. I mean, there's times like
know how to do it.
Jalen Hurts 2 years ago had to like calm him down on the sidelines. Like it's like, if you're a fan, you call it passion, but if you're the other 31 teams, you're like, what is?
I'm pretty sure Devon Achane let Mike McDaniels like cry on his shoulder, when Tua got hurt. So I mean, hits everybody differently. Keandre Miller, come on, bro.
Gosh.
Come on.
Field. I don't hate the Justin Fields. Like,
I mean, but at pick 60, he goes like 40 picks later.
Miller?
Yeah, come on, my guy. Like,
I mean, he's got the Saints backfield cornered. I will say that.
Yeah, he's nailing it. he's nailing it all right.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe Kendrick Miller went before Travis Hunter.
So I'm working with, I just got Roma Dunze, little fall for him, little fall for Cortland Sutton, nice fall for JSN, and nice fall for Wilson. I mean, just fallers all around.
This is a crazy draft to just get involved in. My goodness.
I mean, if it counts, I mean.
Yeah, this is nice. Okay, now.
So you got Hurts, Taylor, Puka, Higgins, and JMO. I mean, that's a pretty damn good start.
Yeah, and I want to. All right, let's go with the rookie. I'll go with Caleb Johnson there out of Pittsburgh.
Love that pick. I love some Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, I like Warren. Wife's a Steelers fan. We lived in Pittsburgh for a little bit, but he's not an Arthur Smith running back. He's not who he wants. And Caleb Johnson, I mean, he would run for like 200 plus yards at Iowa. He was Iowa's offense that suddenly scored like 30 plus points a game with their running back. So the guy is incredible talent. I'm kind of excited, and that offensive line should be better with, those guys being healthy and some of the guys they brought in. So
I've been buying a lot of both of them. So I really have no problems there. I mean, when you're looking around for playmakers, those two guys are right there after a DK Metcalf, right? I mean,
right. Oh yeah.
What else is this offense other than the tight ends?
Yep. And
one really, really good receiver and, some short yardage yak guys.
Right.
They
have no wide. Their wide receiver too is been a joke, and it is still a joke.
I mean, I think that they're going to be not comfy with Wilson and Austin, but I think that they're going to roll them out comfortably.
Right.
Like people have been talking about Gabe Davis, Amari Cooper going there. Like I don't see it.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to go a little bit different than what I had talked about there, because I do have some decent exposure in different ways to Diggs. I like Jacoby Myers. He seems to be forgotten about all the time. I think you get an upgrade at quarterback with Geno Smith. You actually have semblance of a running game. And, I think that I'm not so high on the Raiders offense this year. I'm not going crazy for them, but I mean, look, Bowers and GT is everyone's focus, and then Myers is just going to eat. Whether it's targets, whether it's yards. I mean, Geno Smith is a guy who's very capable for going for 4,000 yards. So.
No, exactly. That's an offense I've been buying a lot of. Minus Brock Bowers. That's a very expensive ADP for a tight end. I do have a good amount of McBride that goes a little bit later, but very hard for me to get in on Bowers. His ADP was a little bit higher. He's fallen just a smidge, but still someone that I've just seen is just way too expensive to risk it.
It is a very, very expensive ticket. I do like Bowers. I do have him higher than McBride, but oh my God, you went at Amari Cooper. Oh man.
Yeah, this one might be getting tossed after the Amari Cooper pick. Like that's tough. Like that's
not even on a team.
Yeah, that's brutal. And in round 7, yeah.
Yeah, and then Juwan Johnson. So he's basically gone Buffalo and New Orleans.
He likes them.
But Cooper's not.
I'm hoping for Ibuka here. We'll see what happens. Oh darn! Not in this draft. What will I do?
Broke it into.
What will I do in this draft? Sorry, I'm on the clock in the other one. Can we? No, we're gonna pass on Matthew Golden. We're gonna go running back. Let's go B-Rob. Joe Mixon.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I mean, hey, if
22 picks after ADP on the auto click, we'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
hey, someone had to do it.
Yeah,
someone had to do it.
One of my favorite tight ends I will take gladly is in TJ Hawkinson. 2 years removed from an ACL is typically where guys get back up to the level that they were pre-injury. You essentially have a rookie quarterback there in JJ McCarthy. I love the thought of TJ Hawkinson getting everything easy over the middle in that offense and in that KOC offense. So I really have high hopes for Hawkinson this season to get back to kind of being one of those elite tight ends.
Someone that I've been down on overall. I definitely do not have a lot of him.
Easy to forget, but
I feel like the ADP is really high based off of the results that he gave through the last 2 years. Like I just don't know how he's tight end 6. Like what did he do in the last 2 seasons to be tight end 6? I think that's the bigger issue.
Yeah, I think the injury for really kind of disrupted both seasons. Obviously, the year he went down, and then coming back last year, there shouldn't have been a lot to be expected there. I just think that he's going to be able to get back to where he was, prior to with kind of Kirk Cousins and then like that. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely someone that it's a little bit of a hot. Oh my gosh, Cam Scatterman, really? Wow. Okay, this draft is wild. My goodness. All right. Well, I feel like out of spite, I'm gonna go with my next pick there.
Spite. Tyrone, you're a Giants guy. So what's the split for you?
Tracy's the running back number 1 coming in the year. Trust me, as a football fan, I love Cam Scatterman. I love that he's on our team. Finally got a little bit of work with the ones today, but it's been almost every snap. Tyrone Tracy's running back 1, excuse me. He's a guy who just grew into the position only a couple years into it, and everyone assuming that Scatterman is going to get all the receiving work out of the backfield is a little bit weird to me because Tyrone Tracy was converted wide receiver. So I don't get that narrative. And yeah, I mean, look, I think that there can be an argument for the goal line stuff with Scatterman, but I think at least early on, it's going to be Tracy's show. And I'm hoping that the offensive line is going to be a bit improved there as long as Andrew Thomas gets his ass on the field. But yeah, I'm a Tracy guy. I think that he showed a lot last season, so that's where I'm at with it.
Fair enough. Cooper Kupp just went. What are your thoughts about him bouncing back? Had a couple of injury-ridden seasons the past 2 years.
Yeah, I guess where is he going? He's 108.
He's wide receiver 51. That's like
right.
His
yeah,
rank.
I mean, so yeah, exactly. In that context, I'm okay with it. Just because it's such a low bar. And he's still got some juice, but I think for the most part, he's probably more in the washed camp than someone who's going to have, a really revitalized season. For for me in that offense, it's pretty much JSN, Charbonnet or bust.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's kind of way I'm approaching that. I do like Harris out of Ole Miss there, though. I do think that he's going to be. I mean, somebody else other than Lyle.
Again, another fall. I got him about 8 or 9 picks after ADP. So it's simple as that. Just keeping it clean.
What are you thinking with Judkins? I mean, is he touchable? Like,
No, I'm not bothering. I mean, I'm not bothering with him or Rashi Rice right now.
right.
Until you get some type of good news that can go in your direction, I'm just not going to do it. Like, I honestly, the way to play that scenario is once you hear some news that can go your way, go jump in a draft.
Right.
That's about it. Like, I'm not sure what else. You're going to be able to do to really leverage the ADP.
I agree, especially a rookie missing all this time. They just brought in one of my favorite players from the UFL, Taua Tua, a little bowling ball guy who literally got brought in mid-season for the Panthers and came in and made it to their championship game or whatever. But that guy's a fun guy to watch run the ball, man. He will run you over. So we'll see how that goes. But a guy I do like on a new offense there, Evan Ingram. I do think he's got some potential there. They wanted to use the tight end last year. They just kind of had 3 guys that you could kind of trade in and out. But I kind of like that Denver offense this year. I think that it's going to be a solid team.
Njoku just went. Any read on his situation? I know that he missed some time last year.
Yeah, let me refresh my memory here with Njoku. His was something super minor. Yeah, I don't even really have a lot of notes on it because it was. Oh, let me make a pick here. Okay, I'll do this. Oh, if it'll let me.
What you got?
Christian Kirk.
Kirky?
Yeah, I think wide receiver 2 in Houston. You gotta have somebody. Tank Dell's not gonna be there for basically the whole year. Njoku, just minor stuff. Nothing to really be concerned about at this point in the offseason. I think he's perfectly fine. He went late then. Jeez. Well, maybe not, but JJ McCarthy. Okay.
And we get Judkins.
Oh, was that an auto? Oh, I should have warned you. I forgot you're in 2.
I need to make my screen smaller.
I'll do a better job to warn you.
No, I got caught staring at the clock too, but it's really fine, I guess, for this draft. I mean, it's definitely the one to soak up those 2 guys, 1 billion picks after ADP. Not that I would prefer to do it though. I was trying to take Mims there. Let's see if he somehow falls back to me. That would be preferred.
Isaac Garendo and Jalen Wright. Man,
I can't. The running back group if it somehow lands the ship.
Right. Like, is this guy? He might be serious.
I mean, this is most likely getting thrown out. This is pretty brutal.
Yeah. I mean, just how do you choose to click these guys? It's got quite the eclectic group.
Oh, we'll review it. We'll dig into his team for sure. Losimo, Kyle Williams. All right,
trying to not
give me Mims. Give me Mims.
Oh yeah, you might. What's your read on the New England backfield?
I mean, just kind of splitting hairs. I really don't think that Ramondre at his value, at his ADP, is a bad cost. Right. Someone that can provide you a pretty safe floor, like coming off the board in the double digits. So definitely someone that I'm okay building into a depth group.
Yeah. I was having the conversation today about it, and I don't hate it. I mean, he's going super late, and he's definitely gonna get sunburned. So I will go.
And and Henderson's not a bad price, but I would definitely like a discount on him for sure.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely the more exciting guy, but you're paying for it.
In an offense that I just don't know if is that explosive. Like, I mean, everyone's really excited about Drake May, but does this team just absolutely put up points? Like, I think that's a tough argument.
I think their offensive line is major question marks. The hype on this team is ridiculous. I mean, win total, they're expected this team to be 5 wins better. I think that's crazy. I mean, you got a rookie starting at left tackle, and you got a 30 very old Morgan Moses on your other tackle. Like, I know May's got some mobility, but I'm a little bit nervous. And then outside of Stefon Diggs, the wide receiver room doesn't excite. Yeah, I don't get the crazy amount of optimism for the Patriots.
Rushing QB. That's all it takes. Rushing QB.
I guess.
That's all you need.
Shit. Oh, wow. We got Dylan Sampson before Najee Harris.
No, it's a bit wild.
Oh, man.
It's that time, though. It's that time, like we said.
Yeah. Trey Benson. Oh, we're just taking darts now.
The winds are a-blowing.
Yeah, geez. Okay. Let's look through here.
What you thinking?
I'm just thinking about if Najee has both of his eyes attached. This would be an interesting.
Do it.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I need to because there's no one really else that's really piquing my interest in this range. So if he can see, that'll be good for me.
Then it's a steal.
Man, that's such a weird one. Oh, Bigsby went. Damn, he went that early. Jeez.
Oh, Fergie. I was going to take Fergie. We'll just go with Dallas Goedert. We just need a tight end. We need a body.
Yeah, Goddard's not bad as long as he stays healthy. He's a viable part of the offense.
I saw you took Hollywood Brown. I mean, he came back last year, but he was still kind of going through injuries last season. What's your take on him this year?
Yeah, that collarbone injury, that's can be a bitch, and yeah, it's part of the reason why Treylon Burks got released today. But yeah, no, I mean, Rashee Rice is, in my opinion, going to be suspended at least 4 games. Again, pure speculation, but with that court ruling, I think there's a really good chance he's going to miss some time.
Kareem Hunt, oh my god, oh my god, this guy.
Sanders.
Yeah, it's just too much. Holy,
yeah,
it's not even funny anymore.
I can't get attached. I'm upset. This was my first one. It's gonna be,
and it's gonna get canceled.
Yeah, that's pretty tragic. So, but no, I think Hollywood's set up for a good situation. I like that offense this year. I think Mahomes has a nice bounce back year, and they're just gonna be able to sling it. I mean, between the 3 of them, it's probably his best wide receiver core collectively that he's had. Obviously, none of them are Tyreek Hill, but yeah, I like that offense this year. I think that they're going to be able to go a little bit more than people think. All right.
Romeo Dobbs also very early, I feel like, for him. I could be wrong, actually, though, at this ADP.
All right. Let's see. Who do I want to go? I'll go Stafford. Not too.
It was after, actually. 2 drafts are messing up my head.
The Stafford dealing with a little bit of a back injury, but again, we're 6 weeks out. I don't want to blow. We miss football so much that we tend to overanalyze in this training camp period because we're getting some action, and a lot of the little stuff is really going to be irrelevant come week 1 and so on and so forth. So there are some that definitely pique your interest and you're like, oh, that's not a good sign, like the Mixon and some of the other stuff. But some of the stuff, it's like, I mean, no one needs Stafford out there 6 weeks away from week 1. Like, I don't think that, basically like McVay said, the goal is to have him ready to go week 1, not, week 1 of the preseason.
Right.
So.
There goes Penix at 14.
Atlanta's going to be an interesting team.
They are. I just lost Mooney. Anything there? I mean, he had like a shoulder injury.
Yeah, AC sprain. 4 to 6 weeks is the expected recovery timeline. Grade 2, non-surgical. Diving for a ball, landed on the shoulder wrong. That's kind of how it happens. They're painful injuries, but having 6 weeks, he should be okay. He might get a little bit of rust, but he should be ultimately good to go for week 1, barring any major setbacks. It's when they're kind of above grade 2, when they have to have surgery.
You're on the clock.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who let's go. Let's have some fun. I'll go Braylon Allen there. Yeah, it's when they're grade 3 and above when they start talking about the potential for surgery, where it can become season ending and things like that. But we would have known by now, so he should be good to go week 1. One that you want to monitor a little bit closer because again, the 4 to 6 week recovery timeline is kind of button up right next to week 1. But we'll kind of see there. But I think I hate to say it, maybe I'll whisper it, but I think Kyle Pitts could. I think I'm finally,
You're in.
finally,
He
and
got you.
I am a Florida guy, so I wanted him to do well, but the expectations were outrageous. They've been outrageous. I've faded him ever since he's been in the league. However, I like Penix. I think Penix is got a really solid arm, and I think that he's Pitts is healthy as he's been since his rookie year, where he kind of popped off. So at where he's going now, I am perfectly okay with Kyle Pitts.
All right.
Which sounds scary to say, but
there it is.
I feel like it's just that was yeah, we'll see. But I'm hoping he's good, and that we'll have some Kyle Pitts this year.
Gesicki, Ertz, or Jonnu Smith. It sounds like just like a platter of what I've already drafted a ton of.
Yeah, I
just going Jonnu there on the fall.
I do like Jonnu. I mean, obviously, like everybody, before he got traded, I was really high on Jonnu. I still think that he's going to have a solid season because they don't have a wide receiver 2. So I could definitely see him being the de facto. And let's be honest, I mean, why even have him try to block much? You might as well put it Darnell Washington.
20 picks more. He was 20 picks more expensive, a month ago. So
I mean,
to me, that's just buying the dip. We got
I'm gonna
here 2562.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Alec Pierce, my guy.
All right.
Just a guy again that there's another guy that I'm pretty interested in down there. But he was involved in the offense last year. Again, I believe he led the team in receiving. He had like 7 touchdowns. He averaged like 22 yards a carry, or excuse me, a reception, which is just insane. So Anthony Richardson really likes him. Well, who knows with Daniel Jones? If Daniel Jones
is that a huge cosign?
Yeah, I mean, if Daniel Jones is a starter, I don't know if he can get the ball far enough for Alec Pierce. So that's probably where things go to die. But we're down here kind of taking some darts here.
I'm excited to see your next pick. Harold Fannin also feels a little early in round 17. Terrence Ferguson, wow.
Yeah, I guess all bets are off here. Oh shit. Okay, there's 2 guys I'm really between. I'll go with the higher ceiling. And Thornton out of Las Vegas.
Okay.
They're getting some steam. He's running with the ones. He's got a capable quarterback. He's someone that can stretch the field. I really was close to going Slayton. I love Darius Slayton. He's actually got a quarterback who can decently throw the moon ball. I think Russell Wilson benefited Slayton the most when he came over, as far as what he likes to do and kind of being a consistent wide receiver there. So I'm gonna probably end up with a ton of Slayton this year. So I figured let me get Thornton before he gets too expensive. As everybody sees.
What about Wandale? I know that he got pulled. He got pulled today. No.
Yeah. So
coming off a big year. I mean, sort of. He had a ton of targets.
Ton of catches. Yeah, kind of targets. I mean, I don't mind Wandale at all in PPR format of any kind. But him and Brian Burns essentially ran into each other a couple of days ago, and then he kind of fell or something. But he never went in the locker room on the second injury. He just kind of rode the bike, and he sat out today, but it's expected to be super minor. So, just a couple bumps, bruises, I don't even think there's like a diagnosis that is going with it. It's just like kind of, I think they like knock knees or something like that. So
gotcha. All right, on the clock here. Let's see. Love me some Yoshi. Love getting me some Yoshi.
Yeah,
I have him as my 7th receiver. But I waited on receiver for a while there for number 7.
That'll be an interesting one for sure. Oh my gosh. I can't believe people are actually clicking the Darren Waller button.
He's back.
No.
Mike McDaniel says he looks like he's in great shape.
Yeah,
he
that's
looks
why he put him
fantastic
straight on the pup because he's in such great shape.
because he's looking fine.
But yeah, no, I mean the fact that okay. So I'm pretty damn low on Miami this year.
Mhm.
Like low to the fact that I just bet them at 20-1 to have the fewest wins in the NFL.
Oh, look at you.
I think their offensive line is potentially the worst in the NFL. Their tight end room currently, I think, is one of the worst, and their cornerback room is abysmal. Now, if Noah Fant had a visit today, I think they're crazy if they let him leave without a deal. I know he visited a couple other teams, but if they don't bring somebody else in at the tight end position, I think it tells me that they're not serious about winning football games this year. Like that to me is a 33.
That did not make you happy, that move.
Yeah, I mean, you brought in a 33-year-old rapper who could not do anything.
It's hard to love.
That was tough. That move was insane to me, absolutely insane. So
let's get to these teams here. We will go to you first. All right, so let's see. We've got Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford, solid. Jonathan Taylor, Caleb Johnson, Tyrone Tracy, Najee Harris, Braylon Allen, Justice Hill. Love the Braylon Allen pick. We're all big fans here at the Fanspeak Network.
Yeah.
Puka Nacua, T. Higgins, J-Mo, Jacoby, Christian Kirk, Hollywood, Pierce, Dante. Got some shots, got some burners, and some reliable targets. TJ and Evan. I don't know if it's getting thrown out or not, but I'm going to give it a strong 8.0. Like the running back strength, quarterback strength. Didn't get any stacks, I think, with Hurts, but we'll allow it. We'll say he's your what is it? Your seventh.
It was hard enough for me to click an eagle. To do it twice in one draft. I should have known I wouldn't allow myself to come to that.
No, about solid 8. Let's hope it holds. For me, I've got Bo Nix, Sam Darnold, Gibbs, Achane, Swift, Mixon, Judkins, Rashad White, Garrett Wilson, JSN, Sutton, Adunze, Trey Harris, Mims, Yoshivas, Goddard, Smith, and Elijah Arroyo. Got some Seattle stacks there.
Yeah, I love your wide receiver and your tight ends.
I liked how the receivers started. I don't know about how they finished.
Well, Bo Nix could be in for a very nice season.
Yep, got him right there with Courtland Sutton.
Yeah.
We'll check out Losimo, who is also in the chat. We got 2673, Drake May, Kyler Murray. Nice. Amari and Travion going young. Aaron Jones, Algier, Sanders, Brashad Smith. I like Brashad Smith a lot. Nico Collins, ARSB, Sun God, Terry, Devontae, Stefon Diggs, Kyle Williams, Keenan Allen, not bad. And then Colson Loveland, Dalton Kincaid, Hunter Henry. I will go 7-8. I'll go 7-8 there. Not the deepest at tight end, but I really like every other. I don't really love running back either, but I like to start. I like the young guys.
Yeah, I think Hunter Henry may be the guy that puts up the most points out of that group. But the tight ends are a little tough, but pretty much went very late, so makes sense.
And then 12th place, who is probably going to get thrown out. Hey, he took Josh Allen and Justin Fields. So if we just stopped right there, I feel like we get to keep this draft.
Yeah.
But then it gets bad. Kamara, Miller, same bye week. Garendo, Jalen Wright, Kareem Hunt. That's just awful.
That's crazy.
Shakir, Ayuk, Cooper, Kupp, Malik Washington, Cowing, Samuel, Lockett. Oh Lord. All that we can really hope for is underdog again, looking at the first two names and like, yep, they're fine.
No, I mean this maybe like 3-5 years ago, I think his team would pass with flying colors, but I think he screwed the pooch for us, unfortunately.
I certainly hope not. I like my team a lot. I hope that you liked your first round. It might just be practice.
Yeah,
Mike
I mean, I had a blast. It was felt good to wipe off the cobwebs and get in the
Yep.
streets. And now I'm gonna try to not look at the team. And how long is there like a time period where they're like,
I really can't tell you that. I've had it happen to me instantly, and I've had it happen to me like weeks later. So
no,
tough to say. Tough to say.
I guess
But it was a pleasure having you here. Loved getting the insight on all the NFL injuries and players to target and fade. Tell everybody where they can find you, what you're working on, and anything that you have big planned leading up to the season here.
Yeah, no. First off, yeah, I appreciate you having me on. Always a great time. Hopefully, I didn't do a disservice to filling in Andrew Rob's shoes there. But yeah, no, definitely check me out over on the IDP Plus network. That's where I'll be this season. Me and my co-host Derek. We've got an IDP Plus bets channel that is focused on bets, right? So we just finished up all of our 8 division previews, and then we're going to get into our team previews. We're also going to be talking college football this year. For our more fantasy side, it's just IDP Plus YouTube. And if you're a defensive nerd, like some of us are, that is where you want to be. We have best balls with defensive players and all that type of fun stuff. So if you do like the defense, definitely check us out there at IDP Plus.
Love it. Love it. Thank you again for coming on. Everybody go follow Sebastian and take care. Be well, be good. If you can't be good,